the proper footwear and structure that a running shoe can provide.
They might come in limping, almost like a miracle, walk out of here dancing. It's more than shoes. There's a caring that doesn't exist in a lot of businesses anymore.
The Upper Peninsula's new CBS station, WZMQ 19.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News. In a win for the Trump administration, the president's big, beautiful bill barely passes through the House. Plus, bills in Michigan are being pushed through to help expand broadband access and keep trucks on the road in emergency situations. And the city of Escanaba finalizes their millage rate for the next fiscal year. Your 19 News at 6 starts now.
Live from the UP. This is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
Well, hey there, Kelly Rowland. Maybe you can answer this for me. Where is the sun?
Kevin, it wants to shine. It really does. I promise you that. We just have lots of cloud cover here. We told you it was going to be cloudy and chilly over the next few days. If we could pick and choose the weather, I know we can't, but we'll choose that now before Memorial Day weekend. So we'll take the drizzles here that we're seeing across the Upper Peninsula and the cloud cover and the chills here. Temperatures, into the mid 40s and the lower 50s here. Temperatures overnight will stick to the 40s and cloudy skies, but sunshine is on the way. I'll tell you when. Coming up in just a few minutes.
Kelly, thank you. A Negaunee man is serving jail time now for child sex crimes. Last August, John Fitzgerald Anderson was arrested for viewing child pornography online. He was charged with 9 counts of child sexually abusive activity after police found digital evidence in his home. Today, Anderson was sentenced to 10 to 15 years in prison with credit for 275 days served. The Michigan State Police Computer Crimes Unit and Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force encourages parents to talk to their children about safety online. In the early hours this morning, the House barely passed President Trump's spending and tax agenda. It's a big win for the Trump administration after countless hours of negotiations and meetings with fiscally conservative Republicans. But now it faces its next challenge, the U.S. Senate. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp now joins us live from the Capitol. Rachel, good evening. What are you hearing?
Oh, good evening, Kevin. So this bill has been dubbed the one big, beautiful bill, but if you were to speak to some fiscally conservative Senate Republicans, they might describe it as one big headache. Now, for the most part, Kevin, the Senate Republicans, there is some strong support for this legislation, but those fiscal hawks in the Senate, they worry that this could add to trillions of dollars to the national debt. So, Kevin, we expect more fights about this bill in the Senate.
After days of negotiations,
the bill is passed.
House Republicans passed the president's domestic agenda by just one vote.
Generational, truly nation-shaping legislation.
The GOP tax scam represents an assault on the economy, an assault on health care, an assault on nutritional assistance, an assault on tax fairness, and an assault on fiscal responsibility.
Here's a brief rundown of the bill. The legislation would make the 2017 tax cuts permanent, claw back clean energy tax credits, moves forward with a temporary $500 increase in the child tax credit through 2028, increase leasing of public lands for drilling, mining, and logging, bolsters border security and immigration enforcement, and sends more money to the military. It also makes major changes to reduce the cost of Medicaid, which helps lower-income people. Now, to win over some House Republican hardliners, they enacted a strict work requirement for childless adults without disabilities to be eligible. The legislation also scales back SNAP, which helps millions of low-income people with food assistance, and makes additional changes for work requirements to receive benefits. But this bill faces its next big challenge: Senate Republicans. Some Senate Republicans are more wary of the massive spending cuts House Republicans made. Others say they won't support the House's bill without debt ceiling adjustments.
I've told them I can support the package if they separate the debt ceiling off and have a separate vote on that. I want nothing to do with that. I didn't vote for the spending, I didn't vote for the debt, and I'm not voting to make it easier on people who want bigger government.
Now, Kevin, if this bill does get restructured by the Senate, that's just going to complicate things for the Speaker of the House when it gets sent back over to the House. We already know some of those fiscal hardliners over in the House are telling Senate Republicans to not change a thing in this legislation, but Kevin, that's highly unlikely. Reporting live for WZMQ 19 News, I'm Rachel Knapp. Kevin, back to you.
Rachel, thank you very much as always. Two bills introduced by UP lawmakers passed in the State House this week. The legislation is focused on lowering costs for broadband projects and eliminating truck driving restrictions during a state of emergency. Our Michigan Capitol correspondent Sophia Murphy has a rundown as the bills move to the Senate.
State lawmakers are finishing up a full week in Lansing. In between budget talks, the House voted on a dozen bills, two introduced by representatives from the Upper Peninsula.
We're talking about making more funds available for the construction of broadband, especially across Upper Michigan and our rural areas.
The first bill makes any federal or state grants given for broadband expansion projects exempt from state income taxes.
In this day and age, internet is almost a requirement.
The other bill was introduced in response to the catastrophic March ice storms in northern Michigan. Restrictions on commercial driver's license caused some issues getting resources to areas in need in the UP.
Truckers have to be very, very careful when they're just doing their normal duties to make sure that they get to a destination where they can park before their time runs out.
Because of driving limits, new digitized systems in some cases cause trucks to stop running when they hit the maximum hours allowed. The bills would suspend those limits during a state of emergency and allow weight-restricted vehicles on roads other than Class A roads to get resources where they're needed.
What we wanted to do is during times of emergency say, you know what, there's people in danger, there's people that need help, we need freight, we need emergency services, we need personnel to get from point A to point B, and these types of rules and regulations should not stand in the way of help arriving.
Both bills passed with bipartisan support and are on their way to the Senate for further consideration. Next week, lawmakers are taking a break to attend the Mackinac Island Policy Conference and are set to return Tuesday, June 3rd. From Michigan's capital, Sophia Murphy, WZMQ 19 News.
With the new fiscal year beginning July 1st, the city of Escanaba is putting the finishing touches on its budget. Today, the city council approved the 2025-26 tax levy. The city has maintained its current 17.442 millage rate for the last few years. That rate will remain in place, so residents will not experience an increase. According to the city manager, Escanaba is looking at a more or less balanced budget, which includes investments in infrastructure and parks.
We want to put things into the community that people like, and we think we have a good plan to get that done over the next couple of years and set ourselves up in a really good position long term to either look at, do we want to keep making investment or do we want to consider a change to the millage?
The City Council will approve utility rates, which are set to increase for water and electric on June 2nd. Your first morning weather forecast is after the break, plus the city of Negaunee is showing off their newest electric vehicle chargers. We'll be right back.
Fox Marquette Chevrolet is bringing you great deals every month, all year long. Lease a 2025 Chevrolet Trax LT for $369 a month for 36 months with zero due at signing. Together, let's drive. Fox Marquette Chevrolet. Experience the difference.
May is Maytag month at Kirkish Furniture. It's the biggest sale of the year all month long on all Maytag major appliances. Buy 2 select laundry appliances and get up to $100 in bonuses. May is Maytag month at Kirkish Furniture in Houghton.
John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to get their car fixed. John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to fix their car. Was that right? For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Market. Why do I keep forgetting that word? Experience. Okay, go. 3, 2. For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Market.
And don't forget, we're our
Buckle's Party Store. It's where the party starts in Calumet with an awesome beer selection featuring domestic, foreign, and craft brewed beer, a great selection of wine, just about any kind of liquor you want, and a great range of tobacco products. Buckle's Party Store in Calumet. It's where the party starts for everyone.
Get road trip ready with a free vehicle inspection at Fox Marquette Chevrolet, now through May. We'll check tires, brakes, fluids, and more to keep your adventures smooth and safe. Together, let's drive. Fox Marquette Chevrolet. Experience the difference.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Shunk Furniture.
Mr. Mattress here. It's our big Serta Memorial Day mattress sale on every mattress. The savings are huge. Save up to $925 on this Serta iComfort Pro mattress and adjustable base. Every Serta model's on sale. Save up to $725 on the Serta Perfect Sleeper Pro mattress and adjustable base. During our Memorial Day sale, get a plush Queen Perfect Sleeper mattress for just $579. Like I said, every Serta mattress is on sale for a limited time only. Shop Shunks of Marquette today.
Now, WZMQ TV 19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Kelly Rowland.
Welcome back. Thanks for being here. A lot of the days have started to look the same over the past few days, maybe hard to get through your week. It's almost the weekend. It's almost Memorial Day weekend. We are expecting these conditions to improve, but for the time being, we'll keep it overcast here into Marquette. Feels like temperatures are into the 30s because of these north winds around 18 miles per hour. So that is, of course, helping to chill things down, and very low dew points. So things are very dry and just chilled out there, and the breeze is not helping us here. Temperatures right now, 52 for Escanaba, 54 down to Menominee, 51 for Iron Mountain here. We're seeing mostly cloudy conditions, sunshine out to Ironwood here as clouds continue to move through and move out of the area, but all of us are experiencing the north winds here across the Upper Peninsula and at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. So telling you the position of this low pressure system. It's fairly slow moving here. It started to in Minnesota a few days ago, and it's been moving its way through currently over Canada right now. So where we are, we're getting the northern winds of that. That's just how it is with the counterclockwise and the current position of that. We are expecting that to move out of here just in time for your Memorial Day weekend. We are getting a few little drizzles here just kind of as a result of the overcast skies and kind of that low pressure system moving out of here. But with the gusty winds and the cold conditions here, there is a beach hazard statement in effect here for Marquette and Alger counties. That's until 10 p.m. So if you were planning out on being out on the beaches for any reason tonight, try not to. And with rip currents, it is very important to remember if you are to get caught into a rip current, it's very important to not try to fight it, but rather swim parallel to the shoreline. And once you get out of that rip current, then start swimming diagonally. So these are things to remember as the weather. I promise you it will get warmer. I'm not promising a 10-degree warm up within 24 hours here, but things will gradually start to improve. First morning weather futurecast, overcast skies here and a few drizzles, especially to the eastern portions of the Upper Peninsula to start off your Friday. And through your Friday afternoon, we are expecting to see cloudy skies continue into the start of your Memorial Day weekend. We can expect cloudy skies, but things will start to improve. Clearing skies for your Saturday, still into the mid-50s. Temperatures improve. By the time we get to Memorial Day itself, nice and sunny with high temperatures near 60 degrees. So that's a nice change that we are getting towards, and we'll get there. But for tonight, it'll continue to be overcast. May have a few little those scragglers here, the showers here into the 40s. And over the next 7 days, it's basically a gradual warm-up here into the 40s to round off the week. We'll be into the 50s for your Memorial Day weekend. Memorial Day itself, we know that's close to 60 degrees, and there's finally some 60s onto here. It'll be this week, but we'll have the sunshine, warmer temperatures, so you have that to look forward to.
Sounds good to me, Kelly. Thank you again. The city of Negaunee has implemented 2 electric vehicle charging stations downtown. The stations were implemented this past November from Negaunee's Downtown Enhancement Project, placed in 2023 and 2024. Located at Cherry Park and Tobin Street, the 2 dual stations are reserved for electric vehicles only from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. Customers can scan the available QR codes on the devices to enter their information and pay through an online account. City Manager Nate Heffron says it's just another way to welcome more people into the community.
We want people that were going to come to our community with vehicles that needed to charge to spend a little bit more time in our downtown. Go to our ice cream store, go to our restaurants, go to our bars, our shops, experience downtown Negaunee while their vehicles charge.
Questions can be directed to the city manager's office. Coming up next on Insights, we're joined by the Michigan State Police to talk about their Click It or Ticket campaign. That conversation's in 2 minutes.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can go here, surf's up, here, woo, and here.
Now get a powerful new 25 Tundra with low 2.99 APR financing, or lease this well-equipped Tacoma double cab for just $289 a month.
Your summer starts here and just keeps on going.
Toyota, let's go places.
What happens when reporters take you inside the story?
I've been asking for over a year and a half for access into this place, and this is the first time we're getting it.
You get the all-new CBS Evening News every weeknight.
Cooking with Chef Curtis Stone.
But you have to take the lid off.
I told you I couldn't cook. Plus hitmaker Julia Michaels. Your music has been streamed billions of times. Then
on the stage, I just kill it.
This little mariachi sensation on J-Hud.
The Jennifer Hudson Show, tomorrow at 5 on WZMQ TV CBS, followed by 19 News at 6.
Welcome to Big Boy, where we know you by name. From our mouth-watering burgers to our affordable breakfast and dinner buffets, we've got you covered morning, noon, and night. Enjoy Big Boy's fantastic meals at home with our fast to-go curbside pickup. And for office parties or events, Big Boy is the area's go-to for the best catering service. So when you want clean, affordable, convenient, and delicious, you know the answer is Big Boy, where we know you by name.
Direct.
Don't you ever look up at the sky and roll your eyes. You hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, good.
He holds the line.
I resent it, and I resent you for doing it.
Mathis Court is in session.
Weekdays on WZMQ CBS. You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local, with Kevin Hodge.
Welcome back, everyone. A 2-week seatbelt enforcement campaign is underway, continuing through the busy holiday weekend. Here to tell us what motorists need to know is Michigan State Police Lieutenant Ben Ekela. Lieutenant, thanks very much for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, so tell us about this campaign.
So this campaign, it's the Click It or Ticket campaign the Michigan State Police is participating in addition to local law enforcement. The goal here is really just to promote using your seatbelt. It's not necessarily just about tickets or anything like that. The goal here is to save lives in traffic crashes. Seatbelts are very effective in making sure that you aren't harmed further by that crash.
Right. And a lot of people can find seatbelts annoying, but they do really protect in most crashes. So tell us about their purpose and how much they protect us.
So it's just very effective tool. It's one of the best things you can do to stay safe on the roadways. We can't always control what happens on the road, but we can control whether we buckle up. You know, we've all been there driving through the UP and through Michigan that maybe a deer runs out in front of you or somebody does something in front of you in traffic that you can't control. You can't control those things, but you definitely can control the seatbelt, and statistically you are much more likely to survive a crash or to have injuries that aren't as serious if you're wearing that seatbelt in the event of a crash.
And is there anything you have seen as far as the impact these campaigns have had on fatalities or accidents with serious injuries?
Sure. One of the most proven methods that we see of increasing people's buckling up when they hit the roads is the proactive high visibility patrol. If you're driving down the roadways and you see a marked MSP patrol car or other law enforcement, you're more likely to remember to make sure you buckle up before you hit the roadways. So it is an effective tool. It's just one of many things that we try to emphasize just to promote safety on the roadways and to save lives.
For sure. And we're approaching the holiday weekend here. Anything else you think people should keep in mind as we go through this holiday weekend? Sure.
So travel is starting to ramp up, starting really today, and for sure tomorrow being Friday for the holiday weekend. Other things that you can control on the roadways is just making sure you limit your distractions, following the general laws of the roadway, watching your speeds and those kind of things, but really just making sure you buckle up, avoid distractions, and as you're out celebrating this weekend, potentially making sure you don't get behind the wheel if you're impaired by really any substance.
All right, excellent. Anything else to comment on about the use of seatbelts, especially during this holiday weekend, Lieutenant?
No, we just want to encourage everyone, buckle up. It's something that could potentially save your life in a crash.
All right, excellent. Lieutenant, any other advice for people hitting the road, especially when they got a long journey ahead of them?
Sure. So if you are going to be traveling, particularly if you're going to be crossing the Mackinac Bridge over the weekend, a good thing to try to plan around is those peak travel times when there's going to be lots of people trying to cross the bridge. So if you're planning to head downstate, or if you're potentially coming up to the UP from Lower Michigan, planning around those peak travel times, roughly 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Friday, and then on Sunday, returning back for the southbound traffic, roughly that 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. window, both on Sunday and Monday, if you're heading back downstate. Those are going to be the peak times, and you can expect backups and delays during those peak times. The bridge is down to 2 lanes due to an ongoing construction project. So if you get stuck in traffic, just be courteous, be patient. Everyone's trying to get traffic moving as quickly as possible. So just one extra reminder if you're going to be traveling across the bridge this upcoming weekend.
Excellent. Lieutenant, that's all the time we have. Thanks so much for coming on again. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Tomorrow on Insights, we're talking to the first UP author to be inducted into the Michigan Outdoor Hall of Fame. We'll hear about his book on saving money while helping the planet. Mike Ludlam has your sports headlines. When we come back, he'll tell us who's taking over as head coach for Michigan Tech hockey right after this.
Oh, you're so funny. Why don't you insult me a little more?
You're a conniving, evil little witch. Get on your broom and fly back inside. La 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 la. Talking to you is like talking to the most vile devil child in the world. And I'm done with it, baby. Because I'm done with you. Because your game in this house is over.
See what everyone will be whispering about this summer when Big Brother returns July 10th on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
Tony's Green Thumb in Bark River is open for business. Tony's is your one-stop shop for all your garden and flower needs. Known for a huge variety of big, beautiful baskets, gorgeous planters, and over 600 varieties of vegetables and flowers to choose from. Open daily, come see why people travel over 100 miles to Tony's Green Thumb. Tony's Green Thumb, where beautiful gardens begin.
Closed captioning sponsored by Range Bank of Upper Michigan.
She's fair.
Untrue, Your Honor.
What, you're going to have your turn.
She's inquisitive.
What in the world led to this young lady finding you in this compromising situation?
And firm.
The only thing that matters in this particular courtroom, sir, is how I see it.
Watch Equal Justice with Judge Ebony K. Williams.
Weekdays on WZMQ CBS. Tonight's sports is brought to you by the Window Store.
Why should you consider re-siding your home? Your home is the largest investment you'll make. Protect it with new siding installed by the experts at the Window Store. We offer a range of affordable, high-quality siding options, including premium ABC seamless steel siding with attractive financing options available. And we install all winter long across the entire UP. Schedule your appointment today and enjoy the Window Store experience for yourself. Your clear choice is the Window Store.
Good evening, everyone. Michigan Tech has named Bill McCult as its 23rd head coach in program history. He returns to Tech after one season as head coach of Lindenwood University. McCult was an assistant coach for the Huskies from 2011 through 15. He signed a 5-year contract to lead the black and gold. He replaces Joe Shawn, who has led the Huskies since May of 2017. In 8 seasons, Shawn went 154, 120, and 29. Prior to getting hired at Lindenwood, McCult was the associate head coach at his alma mater, the University of Michigan, from 2017 through 23. McCult helped the Wolverines win the Big Ten Tournament Championships in 2022 and 2023 and went to 4 NCAA tournaments, including Frozen Fours in 2018, 22, and 23. As an assistant coach at Michigan Tech, McCult helped lead the Huskies to a #1 ranking early in the 2014-15 season. That was the first time since 1976. McCult won a pair of NCAA national championships with the Wolverines as a player in 1996 and 1998. He was also a West First Team All-American in 1998. He played 5 seasons in the NHL, registering 97 points on 40 goals and 57 assists. He'll be introduced at a press conference next Tuesday morning. The Northern Michigan University Department of Athletics has announced its new inductees to the Sports Hall of Fame. The 2025 class will include national champion volleyball player Jenny Long-Barlage, basketball coach and the winningest one for the Wildcats, Dean Ellis, Renee LeBlanc from women's soccer, Troy Madsen, who has coached several sports, including women's basketball, and Bernd Ronstad for Nordic skiing and football. Interesting combination, along with the 1990 and 91 and 1991 and 92 women's swim and dive teams. A ceremony to honor the inductees will be held Friday, September 19th, following the homecoming parade. Tickets for the ceremony will go on sale in early July. The inductees will also be recognized during halftime of the homecoming football game against Davenport on Saturday, September 20th. Kickoff for that is at 1:00. Thank goodness it wasn't raining at the Mid-Peninsula Conference Golf Tournament today at Wawanoan Country Club in Ely Township. Temperature in the low 40s was tough enough. At the 17th hole, DJ Belleville of Manistee is putting on a very good chip here, putting him in position for a par. Next, Holden Meyer of Negaunee will have a nice putt, and that will trickle just a little bit short, within 2 feet. Westwood's Tanner Anila has been a medalist a couple of times this season, and he was aiming for a birdie here, but the ball would slide just to his right. We go to the next group, still looking for a birdie. How about Negaunee's Dane Sari? Not bad position on the green, and he drains this one from about 25 feet. Very nicely done. A.J. Berger of Manistee is next with a good attempt as well. And we will catch up with the scores of the boys and girls coming up on your WZMQ 19 News at 11. In other high school news, Jake Skews will leave as Westwood's athletic director and take over as Negaunee's AD starting July 1st. Paul Jacobson will step down from that position on June 30th. Former Detroit Red Wings general manager Ken Holland has been named the new GM with the Chicago Blackhawks. Another former Detroit Red Wing, Hall of Fame forward Brendan Shanahan, will not have his contract renewed after 11 seasons as president and alternate governor of the Toronto Maple Leafs. And in baseball, the Tigers host Cleveland tonight while Milwaukee visits Pittsburgh. Kelly and Kevin will be right back.
Fox Marquette Subaru is bringing you great deals every month all year long. From now through May at Fox Marquette Subaru. Purchase a 2025 Subaru Outback with 3.9% APR for 63 months. Fox Marquette Subaru. Experience the difference.
I had a brain aneurysm in the year 2000 here. No one was going to hire someone that had a disability or whatever. I went through a program here at Goodwill well over 20 years ago, and they hired me as soon as I was able to come back to work. They hire many people with disabilities and stuff and get them back into the workforce. My favorite thing I work at Marquette Goodwill is just interacting with the people. It's great atmosphere here and great people here. Goodwill treats everyone really good. It's like a second chance almost, I was going to say. It really gets you back on your feet.
Shop and donate to your local Goodwill.
The bathroom of your dreams is only a phone call away with BCI Bath and Shower. We can make your ordinary bath and shower extraordinary. This is not a cookie-cutter design. This is a complete custom build that will fit your every need. We have the best monthly programs in the industry with payments as low as $99 per month or no payments, no interest for 18 months with approved credit. Factory-trained, certified installers made in the USA and discounts for seniors and military. Call 800-304-6841.
Let's get the party started.
About damn time.
I love it.
Wow! You are so getting lucky tonight.
I'm done being disrespected.
Should be quite a show.
Spectacular.
Beyond the Gates, new CBS weekdays and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Get road trip ready with a free vehicle inspection at Fox Marquette Subaru. Now through May. We'll check tires, brakes, fluids, and more to keep your adventures smooth and safe. Fox Marquette Subaru. Experience the difference.
Final check of your forecast here as you go through the evening time. We are seeing a little bit of drizzles along with some cloud cover across the Upper Peninsula. And I told you there is warmer temperatures on the way. We have to get through the next day or so. Cloudy skies and a few lingering showers into the 40s for today and a few upper 30s in there. It's chilly for tomorrow. It's chilly for the start of the weekend, but temperatures are going to gradually increase through the week. By the time we get to Memorial Day, we're going to have lots of sunshine.
Kelly, thanks again. And finally tonight, this weekend, a summertime event returns to Manistee for its 5th year. The first Manistee Makers Market of the season will be set up next to Lake Effect Community Arts on Saturday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Shoppers can purchase jewelry, art, baked goods, and other items from local artisans. The Makers Market also coincides with the downtown social district, and many nearby businesses will be holding sidewalk sales.
We're so excited to celebrate our 5th year. I think it's going to be our best year yet. We have a lot of really cool people signed up. Every show is a little bit different too. It's been beautiful to see the locals embrace it, and then also anybody passing through. They're just so excited to have something to wander around and explore our beautiful town.
3 more Makers Markets are scheduled throughout the summer, and you can find all the details at WZMQ19.com. That's all for now. We'll see you later tonight.